Hey, it's Ted Carr here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 4 mistakes that all raw food newbies make. So most people, or no, not most, all new fruitarians will make one of these 4 mistakes, guaranteed. I see it across the board. I've made all 4 of these mistakes. When I see new people on YouTube doing full day on fruitarian, full day on raw vegan, I'm just seeing across the board they're all making these same 4 mistakes. One of 4, if not all 4. So the way I remember, these are the top 4 mistakes, and if I'm ever sitting down in a conversation with the new fruitarian, I make sure to address these 4 things. The way I remember them is by the acronym BUNNY, B-U-N-I, BUNNY. So the first mistake that all new fruitarians usually make is they eat in a way where they're having bad food combinations. B is for bad. Bad food combinations. They're mixing things like dates and avocados, or they're having bananas first and then they're having oranges on top. Like food combinations that just do not make any sense and will guarantee horrible digestion. Guarantee you feel like crap. And this mistake, in combination and in conjunction with the rest of the other 3 mistakes I'm about to share with you, it's no wonder most people fail at eating a fruitarian diet long term. It's no wonder most people give such bad reviews on the fruitarian diet and raw vegan diet, because they're not doing it right. The people who do succeed, they're not making these 4 mistakes. Or if they do make these 4 mistakes, they get right back on track, or they're aware they made the mistake and they get right back on track and they instantly feel really, really good. So bad food combinations is one of the 4. And the way to make sure you're always having good food combinations is that when the first thing you eat in the morning, make it super juicy. Make it a melon, or make it a peach, or make it a nectarine, or make it a dragon fruit. Make it something where there's water in it and it's like actually hydrating, and when you squeeze it, it drips. Make it so that the first thing you eat is always the most hydrating thing. Okay, you want super liquidy foods first. Then move on to the heavier, denser foods throughout the day, and at the end of the day, finish your day off with fats. So the 2 rules with food combining. Number 1, never want to mix juicy fruits with really dense fruits. So for example, you don't want to mix oranges with bananas. And if you do mix them, have the oranges first and then the bananas. The way to remember this is think of how quickly oranges go down a slide. They're just like, right? There's liquid. It's like a skinny kid going down a water slide at the park. He just whoosh goes down the slide. But then you got the banana, the thicker kid, the chubby kid. He slides down the slide at the water park. He might get stuck. And then the skinny kid goes down after him, and he's just gonna bam run right into the banana. It's gonna cause a whole holdup. Lifeguards are gonna come down to save them. There's gonna be a big lineup of kids waiting. Everyone's gonna be sad and crying and upset, and the parents are gonna be like, "What's going on?" And finally, it's gonna come out the other end. It's gonna be a mess. So never mix juicy fruits with dense fruits. And if you do, have the juicy fruits first. Wait 5 or 10 minutes, or even 15, 20 minutes, even better. Even half hours is better. Hours, even way better. 2 hours is the best. And then have the denser fruits. Okay, so that's number 1, bad food combinations. If you don't understand food combining, I will post a link in the description to a video that explains it better, or a link to a YouTube video, or if I forget, post in the comments and remind me to do so. Number 2, the U in bunny. This stands for eating fruit unripe. Guaranteed, most people go to the grocery store and they eat unripe fruit. It happens every day. I see people, I hear people peeling bananas. You can hear them. They peel the banana, it's like, or like they bite into a melon and it's crunchy. It's like, it's crunchy. It's like, oh God. Melon should just be buttery smooth, just like dripping with juice, super smooth. Banana, when you peel it, should be absolutely silent. Most bananas you buy in a grocery store here should be spotty like a cheetah. They should not be green. They should not be yellow. They should be like spotty like a cheetah. They should have brown marks on them. That's how you know banana's ripe. Plums, they should be super juicy. You're not supposed to have these sour plums. They should be sweet. They should be juicy. They should be delicious. They should not be crunchy. Okay, soft, juicy, sweet. Same with apricots. Same with tomatoes. Again, you want to make sure fruit is super ripe. And if it's not ripe, there's no way you're going to make a meal out of it. So when people see me eating like 5 bananas for a meal, they're like, oh my God, 5 bananas, or 10 bananas for a meal. They're like, oh my God, how do you eat 10 bananas? That's insane. Well, yeah, it's insane because you're used to eating unripe bananas. And if you sit down and try to eat one unripe banana, you're not even going to be able to make it to the second banana, because your body's going to be, no, I'm good. You should reject it. And you may think like, oh, 1 banana is plenty. But really, it's like your body's saying like, no, I don't want more because it's so unripe. So again, that's the second mistake, unripe fruit. Patience is sweet, guys. Give your fruit time to ripen up, and make sure you've got plenty of fruit on hand. So if one thing is not ripe, you have other stuff that is ripe. And when you go grocery shopping, don't just buy one level of ripeness and then come home. Buy super ripe stuff so you can eat today. Buy stuff that's going to be ripe tomorrow. Buy stuff that's going to be ripe the following day, and buy stuff that's going to be ripe like later down the road. Okay? Buy multiple levels of ripeness. I know one guy who buys bananas, and he buys different stages, and he has a staircase at his house, and he always has the ripest fruit at the top and the lowest ripe fruit at the bottom, lowest ripe bananas at the bottom. And so as days go on, he keeps bringing the unripe fruit up one staircase, and so by the time it's at the top, it's ripe, it's ready to eat. He's got like this train going. Okay, so his whole he has a banana staircase. It's awesome. So ripeness is key, and a big mistake people make is eating unripe fruit. It's not going to digest well, it's not going to taste well, and it's not going to be satisfying at all. The third biggest mistake I see fruitarians make, and it's typically because they're making the first two mistakes, bad food combining and eating unripe, but the third mistake I see fruitarians make, happens all the time again, is they don't eat enough. They're not eating enough. Okay? They eat like a large volume, but in large volume of fruit, the calories aren't there. You have to eat like extra large volumes of fruit in order to get in enough calories. So this is an issue for new people because the stomach it doesn't have the capacity to fit that much volume to get in enough calories. And if you're not getting enough calories on a fruitarian diet, you're not going to get enough nutrients, and thus you're not going to get enough satisfaction out of the meal, and you're going to be looking around thinking, what else can I eat? And then typically what you eat after a big fruit meal is going to be something much denser, much more with dense calories. So when eating a fruitarian raw vegan diet, you got to make sure you're eating substantial volumes in order to get in enough calories, which is why I'm such a huge proponent, such a huge fan of recommending foods that are very dense in calories on a raw vegan diet, like avocados, dates, and bananas. Okay, so that is the third mistake people make. They just don't eat enough, and it's totally normal because if you eat a big bowl of rice, it's like, or a small bowl of rice the size of my hand. This bowl of rice right here is maybe like, I don't know, like 600 calories, maybe 700 calories of all that rice right there. But then you have this much cantaloupe, and it's like, that's like 200 calories a cantaloupe, maybe 150 calories a cantaloupe. Like, it's huge volume, very low calories. Let alone adding some lettuce in there, which is, this amount of lettuce is probably like 5 calories. Adding some like tomatoes in there, it's maybe like 20 calories. Like, this much tomato is like 20 calories. It's like nothing compared to rice, and yet it fills your stomach up all the same. So you have to spend a lot of time eating to get in all that volume, plus your stomach has to be able to physically stretch wide enough so that it can fit in those calories, and that can take time. So it's much easier when you're just starting out to eat dense foods like dates, bananas, and avocados as your staples, and then add in the mangoes and melons and other juicy fruits and greens and stuff in addition to that as well. So those are the top three mistakes. And then the fourth mistake I see fruitarians making is thinking that they're invincible. It's the I in bunny, thinking that they're invincible. So they go out and they suntan, they get burnt, or they stay up super late and then they run their immune system down and crash, or they think they want to be natural, supernatural, and they don't brush their teeth, or they just do things that aren't really healthy because they think they're invincible. Like they just keep running and running and running without stretching, and then they get injured. Things like this. Or they work out a ton, they don't take out an off day in the gym and they're trying to gain muscle. Like, your body's going to break down. You have to rest. And also, a lot of fruitarians think they're invincible on like these mono meals, which a mono meal is the ultimate ideal. It's the best way to do food combining, just have a mono meal. But a lot of fruitarians think they can just, eat mono meals and be fine, but down the road they run into deficiencies because they're not getting in enough variety of nutrients. So you're not invincible as a fruitarian. You still have to get in all your nutrients, and like I mentioned with the not eating enough thing, you have to make sure you're eating enough calories so that you don't run into cravings, or worse, you don't run into deficiencies down the road. So it doesn't hurt to supplement on a fruitarian diet, just like it doesn't hurt to supplement on any standard North American diet. In fact, if you're eating a standard North American diet and you're not raw vegan, you're not fruitarian, you definitely should be supplementing. In fact, more reason to supplement when you're not eating fruitarian than if you are eating fruitarian diet. If you're eating fruitarian diet, raw vegan diet, you're much better off than someone who's eating standard North American diet. But either way, it's not it doesn't hurt to supplement. It's not harmful at all to supplement. It wouldn't hurt to take any supplement that you feel your body needs or could potentially need. Talk to your doctor, go get blood tests to see what you might be low on. Could be iron, could be iodine, could be zinc, could be magnesium, could be vitamin D, could be vitamin C. I'm not even going to diagnose or try and tell you what to supplement with. I'll just tell you what I supplement with. I supplement with the vitamin B12. I supplement with vitamin D. I supplement with iodine, and I take a zinc every now and then as well. Anything else? I may be forgetting some. I take some here and there. I recently started taking a multivitamin. It's got like 55 different nutrients in there, so I thought that was pretty cool, like the variety factor there. But yeah, it does not hurt to supplement. And I'm trying to think if there's any other. If there's any other supplements I take, I'll let you know. One I really like is Daily Green Boost. Daily Green Boost. I mean, you can call it a supplement. It's really just a barley grass juice powder. It's got all the minerals in it, so you can pretty much be sure that you're not going to run into any deficiencies in terms of minerals. So if you're looking to get some a mineral boost, I definitely recommend Daily Green Boost. I'll post a link in the description for a discount on that. But again, a lot of fruitarians think they're invincible, they're not going to run into any issues because they're eating nature's diet. But food is just not grown the way it used to be grown. So that's where Daily Green Boost comes in, helps fortify your diet with minerals. So those are my top observations of the mistakes I see fruitarians make and new raw vegans make. I hope this video was helpful. And no, I did not lose my hair on a raw vegan fruitarian diet. I just shaved it because it doesn't make sense having hair that you got to worry about all the time. So that's it for now. Peace out, much love. Adios, see you in the next video. Check out my hemp plant, my legal hemp plant. Oh, it smells so good. Wow. All right, peace, ciao.